If you're new to the channel, my name's Dino, this is my partner Adam, and our fur baby Twyla. We love travelling in our Ford Transit camper van, travelling in our Jimny and doing tent camping, and occasionally staying at an Airbnb. So if you like free camping, paid camping, camping tips and tricks, camp cooking ideas, and the good old country bakery, you've come to the right channel. So if you like what you see, press the subscribe button and come with us as we travel Australia one town at a time. Now let's get into this episode. On this episode, I am going to be road testing this coffee maker from Kmart. Not too long ago, I was in Kmart checking out all their new products. This is one of them. And if you do like this review and you want one, get in quick because I can't see these lasting long. Other companies have brought these out and they can be quite expensive, but they had them for only $29. I did show other products in this episode that I was filming. So if you want to go back and check out other new camping items that Kmart is stocking, go check that episode out. I'll put it at the end of this one so you can watch it. So this is the box the coffee maker comes in. It's got some information just at the top here if you want to stop and have a read. And then down here, it's just got a photo of someone using it and everything you get in the box. And then on this side, it just has one. So let's open her up and see what you actually get inside. So it does come in a handy bag. How cool is this? And it feels really nice, actually. So that's there. And then let's get the coffee machine actually out. So that's it there. Very neat, very tidy. So that's that. And then you also get the instructions. So that comes with it. And I'll just open them up. When I first opened it up and looked at it, it looked very, very confusing. But hopefully after seeing this, and hopefully I've worked it out right, and I'll put you in the right direction, you will learn quite quick how to use it and if you want to use it. All right, so let's go through the different parts because there's a whole heap of them. Now I do feel sorry for this machine because I've just been from a morning walk. I've had a coffee, so it's going to have some stiff competition. Let's see how it compares. But let me take you through, like I was saying, all the different components of the coffee machine. So it's all like compact, as I've been saying, and it all pulls apart. On either end of it has two cups. So you got the first cup there, which is a little bit smaller. I'll show you both so you can see the difference. And then you got the other one. So they're both at either end. They're your two cups, okay? It does have that on it. I'm sure that means something, but like I said, this is the first time I've kind of opened it and I'm actually probably having a look at it. And I'm using the manual to get the correct terminology of the parts. So if I'm looking down, you can understand why. So I'm reading it. So this part here is called, actually I'll take it off so you can actually see it. All right, so this part here is the spout. So this is where the coffee will come out of there. And then in this part here, I can take that out and here it is. And then inside, this is the filter basket. So that's the filter basket there. So that's got little holes in it. And that's what your coffee is going to go in. And you'll see how you get the coffee in that in a sec with the next part. This little bit here, I don't actually know what it's called, but I would say, I think actually that is the spout, actually, now I think of it. And then you got the outer head, which is that part, okay? So spout, outer head, and coffee basket we'll go with, or filter basket they call it. All right, then you've got the main body, which is this part here, okay? And then the piston, which is this, so that pops out and that pumps, and that is how you get your coffee out of the main body. All right, pop that back in, and then we'll go down here. We're gonna open up the bottom, so like that, and then inside there is your coffee scooper. Look how cute it is. So that's the coffee scooper. And then down here, you've got your water tank, they call it, the water tank. So that's what your water sits in before it gets pumped through the coffee to make your coffee. All right, now we've got all that done and you know all your little bits and pieces. I'm sure you kept up. And let me just turn this around to make it easier. So this is what you get. So you'll know how to put it all back together and get it back into order. Because I was a little bit, once you see all the parts, let me just show you all the little parts. You kind of start going, what is what, you know? So look at this. And you start getting a little bit confused because there's all these little bits, but if you keep that manual, you'll be fine. You can put it all back together and you'll be sweet. So let me put it back together and let's try to make a coffee with this thing and see what it's like. Okay, so what I've done, I've put it all back together just so you can get a better understanding how it all comes apart again as I do it. So first things first, we need to fill the basket. So we're gonna go in the top here. I'm just gonna open that up, pulling out the basket here. So we've got that there. And then we're gonna have to go into the bottom, put the cup aside, to get out this, which is the scoop. And then we're gonna go in. And now I've just got my coffee here. I'm just using this one. You can use whatever one you want. And just make an even basket. Oh, sorry, an even scoop into your basket. So flip it. And so I'll just clean that off. There we go. Now, it doesn't say to compact it, where normally you would pat it down, but if it was in a coffee shop, they compress it down. But it looks pretty even to me, and I don't want to compact it down because then the water might take too long to go through it. Then we just want to pop this on top. When you put that on, it compresses it. There we go. See? Follow the process, it works itself out. All right, so that's just compressed it nice and even because you want the hot water to go through the granules nice and even to get a nice tasting coffee. And then I'm gonna pop that back in to this part here and put that on top. All right, so our coffee's in. First set done. Okay, then we're gonna flip it over and fill up this water tank here. And there is a line. I don't know if it's deliberate, but there is a line there, so I'm gonna go with that and pop my boiling water in. So you need to boil water for this. This does not heat your water. Then we're gonna be popping that on top. Don't flip it around yet. Okay, so boiling water is in. Then we wanna pull this out. So that's our pump. And then we wanna grab our cup. I'm gonna go the bigger cup just for the sake of it, because I don't know how much is gonna come out of here. And then I'm gonna flip it over, and then I'm just gonna pump. And you pump until, keep pumping until. Okay, so you can see I've left a bit of a mess here. Maybe I'll get used to it and I'll be a bit more neater, but I just want to show you, this is the very first time I'm using it and this is how it's worked out. So just to be honest, you know, if you're out camping, I suppose it wouldn't really matter if it was on the ground, but I do have my shot of coffee. Look at this. Let's give it a go. Wow, that is fantastic. It actually is really good. If you like real coffee in the morning, you are gonna love this. If you're sick of the instant, I don't think I'll ever get sick of instant, sorry, I have to say that, but that is great. And definitely, I don't know, you would have to probably go out there and invest in a frother if you want a cappuccino. But I do like my coffee with milk and sugar. Sacrilegious, I know, to some people, they like a straight shot. But yeah, if you like a proper coffee in the morning, I think this will work quite well for you. And out of 10, I'll probably give it an 8. Besides a bit of a splish splash with, as you saw on the bench, I think it's done a great job. And you don't have to have as much water as what I did. I filled it right to the top. But if you want to do less of a shot, you can. And I suppose if you want to do 2 shots, you just load it up and do it again. Now, when it comes to the cleaning side of things, everything just rinses out. You just pull it apart, rinse it, dry it, and you can pretty much go straight away. There's no batteries needed or anything like that. So you just pop it back in, redo it all again. And then when it comes to packing it up, if you keep your instruction sheets, it shows you how it all goes back to, it stores away and keeps it in the nice unit. So that just keep that in your little bag that you get. Where is my little bag? So this little guy, so you can pop that in there. And yeah, pretty simple, pretty easy. Now, I would love to hear your comments and answer any of your questions. Hopefully I can answer them about the coffee maker. And if you're new to the channel and you just found us, make sure you go down the bottom and like and subscribe, especially because in the next couple of days, I'll be having another episode, a special episode out, showing you how to use the fire pit that I also brought from Kmart. I'll be giving it a score out of 10. I'll be setting it up. I'll be lighting it. I'll be using it. So you'll get to see that all in action. And guys, please do yourself a favor. If you're new to the channel, go down the bottom, like and subscribe, tell your friends about us. And remember, every Sunday, we have a new episode out at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Times. All right, guys, whatever you're doing, have fun. And I'll see you next Sunday at 5 p.m. See you guys.